and stuff like that, blame coaching staffs and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of stuff that the players could have controlled out there. I mean, I could have caught some balls in the end zone, you know. DG could have threw better balls down the field, things like that. I mean, you can't sit there and blame the coaching staff for something that the players, you know, we didn't make plays on them. It's just plain and simple. We didn't make the plays. And so when I feel like when people are going at Coach Hype and all those guys, I just feel like it's wrong because that's not the reason why it happened.
Do you feel like how do you kind of avoid maybe some guy spiraling out? Maybe like once you got 2 losses, thinking okay, well, our goals aren't going to be met. That hasn't happened? Do you feel, or do you feel like?
No, I mean we got 2 losses, but we only lost 1 in the conference. I mean that doesn't mean we can't make the conference. You don't have to be undefeated to make the conference championship. I think all the teams the past 2 years all had losses in conference, and Memphis I think had losses in conference, and they both made it to the conference championship the past 2 years. So I'm not worried about that.
You mentioned some of the negativity on social media and stuff like that. As players, I know obviously you guys are on that. Do you try to avoid looking at stuff after a loss? Because it gets pretty ugly at times.
No, we avoid it, but obviously you still see it. I mean, I don't care if anybody's coming at my neck. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. You're going to make mistakes. It don't matter. People are going to be with you one day. I mean, come on. Freshman year, not my freshman year, Mackenzie's freshman year, when they were booing him off the field. Now everybody praises him. Just that's how it is. That's why you have to have a close brotherhood family. You got to play for each other.
Do you guys try to, you try to ignore that, but do you guys amongst yourselves talk a little bit about it, or you just try to, it's just negativity?
We kind of laugh at it, to be honest. We were laughing when they were getting on DG on social media. It's kind of funny. It's just funny because you know the amount of work you put in. You know what happens on the field. You know what happens during practice. No one goes out there and tries to make mistakes. I mean, come on, we work so hard. You think that we try to do that? But, I mean, it's going to happen. Nobody's perfect. I mean, a lot of the big-time players, Jerry Rice dropped 10 balls in the first 3 games of his rookie season. Now he's a Hall of Famer, one of the best receivers ever played. I mean, come on, mistakes are going to happen.
How do you keep DJ being as a freshman? How do you keep him maybe, you guys may laugh it off, but how do you keep him from maybe not taking that a little too personal because maybe this is his first year and he's
again, my perfect example is bringing up KZ.
Yeah.
Him getting booed off the field. I remember that. I remember him getting booed off the field, and now all of a sudden, when he walks on the field, he's getting cheers. So, it happens to everybody. It's all good.
What have you seen from Dylan this week? I mean, has he brushed it off, moved on, or how's he? He was real hard on himself after the game.
Oh, of course, yeah. You got to be hard on yourself. I mean, to play this game, if you're a competitor, you're not going to accept anything. I mean, everybody's going to call out your successes, but you have to look at your failures. I feel like, I had 13 receptions, 170 yards, but I should have had those catches in the end zone. Just things like that. I mean, you don't really want to harp on too much of the success and get big-headed and get complacent. You always want to find out what you can improve on.
You guys won so much, obviously, for the past 2 years, but there were a lot of games that the ball just bounces your way. Some of those games in 2017, and I guess these games the ball didn't bounce. Does that kind of illustrate what a fine line it is between winning and losing? Just like I said, a play here or there, and you win these games.
Yeah, exactly.
You could have lost maybe a couple in 2017, but the ball bounced your way.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, things like that, again, when it comes to, it could have been one play, it could have been this, I could have changed everything. You just have to keep working, keep focusing on it. We do extra work. We catch 500, 600, 700 balls a week just to get 5, 6, 7 in the game. I mean, so it's constant work. You're not going to be perfect. Just got to keep working and believe and have confidence in yourself.
I apologize if you've been asked already. As your profile is kind of growing nationally and you're getting so many targets, have you seen defenses maybe try to defend you differently in the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I feel like, again, when we talk about Cincinnati game, when I was on their sideline, they rotated 4 corners the whole time, kept fresh bodies in. I feel like, they did pretty well with that.
How do you adjust to that, knowing that you're going to see more double team, more safety over the top stuff? How do you adjust to that maybe during practice week and prepare for the game?
Just compete every day like it's the game. I mean, at the end of the day, you got one person in front of you that you have to beat. And I feel like that's the biggest thing, but just keep competing, make plays, work on your craft, things like that.
Players get to go home after the end of the week here. What are just your plans for the weekend on the bye?
I don't know. Hang out, work out a little bit. Training's already up my butt about it, so we'll probably get some work in on the weekend, but head down to Melbourne, probably fish a little bit too.
I know a lot of the guys are looking forward to this bye week, but also because you're coming off a loss, that sort of make you more eager to head out to play this ECU game, sort of like get this Cincinnati game behind us.
Yeah, exactly. We're ready to play. I mean, it sucks to have a bye week, especially after a loss like that, because you're just ready to show what you can do again, you know. So, but you know, we're gonna prepare this week like we were playing this week, and then once we come next week and play, you know, be ready to go.
And my last question is, can you describe the chemistry that you have with Dylan? Because he's been tunnel vision. He's got tunnel vision for you the last couple weeks. What's the chemistry like between you two?
Great. You know, Dylan's like a brother. Love him to death. You know, just try to tell him, you know, he can, when he looks my way, I got him, and try to give him the most confidence that when the ball's in there, I'm gonna make the play, and he got to give me confidence too. When he throws, he's gonna put it in the right spot. So, in fact, you know, we have great chemistry.
Gabe, how's your brother doing, Jordan? I know he's coming off the knee and stuff. How's his progress?
Oh, he's good. He's been working hard ever since he got surgery. You know, he's been rehabbing really well. Just played in the game last Friday. He's doing really good, feeling good. You know, I'm happy for him. Can't wait to see him here playing. So.
Thank you, Gabe.
Yep, thanks.
Yeah,